Alright, what's up YouTube? I'm back again. So right now I have my brother's FZ07 under my carport in my apartment, and then so y'all saw the video on this one of my brother's new bike that he bought, the FZ07. The KLX, as you know, is currently down. I need to wipe it down because it's getting all dusty already. I need to clean it all off again. But I had checked this right here, and I'm not gonna take it apart again, but I'm missing the screws to my case because I put them somewhere. Every time I work on a bike, I bag everything and I label it, but I do not know what happened to my bag with the bolts to the engine case. So I screwed up there. Hopefully I can find the bag. I don't know where it's at, but I need to re-clean this again. I need to re-clean all this and put that back together already. But I ended up having to buy a special tool for that, just to take it apart, and I have no clue where the... Anyways, it was just a bolt. That's all it was. I forget the names right now and I don't want to get anything wrong. But another thing I've been up to is this right here, and I know y'all haven't seen it yet, but it's the F3 frame. I had went to my friend Juan's house, and I know y'all have seen him before because he was in one of the videos of when I was changing the KLX chain. He was in that video. So he had helped me paint strip this, and then we washed it off with the water hose. But it still has like a couple of spots here and there of paint, so I still need to finish that. I still have a little bit of paint stripper left, but hopefully I can get it all off. With the paint stripper, you can see where it's kind of flaking off still, but that's almost done. So I did buy engine paint for the F3. I'm gonna paint it Ford blue because that's the only like decent color that I saw that they had that was engine paint. I'm pretty sure I can use like a regular spray can, but I'm just gonna use engine paint because I don't know, it would make me feel more safe or whatever. And another thing I'm gonna get done on this frame, as you can see, is see this dent right here on the frame right here. I guess that's why they considered the bike a salvage bike, because the bike does have a salvage title, but the only damage the bike had to the frame was just this right here. I mean, the frame is steel, so I don't see it breaking, you know, if it were to drop again. But I do want to put like a cup around it, cut this off, put a cup around it, and have my friend weld it and weld this back on for the radiator, and maybe drill the hole a little bit back if it has to be, because I'm pretty sure it's going to push it out a little bit when we put the cup on there. But I'm just going to put the cup on there just for extra support and just ease of mind, you know. But the main thing about this video, guys, is that I got a new bike. I'm pretty sure you could tell by looking at this video. I'm pretty sure you saw it already within the view because the camera's in super view. But I did buy a new bike, and here's the bike right here. It's a 2015 Honda Grom. And both of my other bikes are down right now. My F3, obviously, it's taken apart. There's the swing arm right there, along with the forks. And all the other parts are in a box inside my apartment. The KLX is down because all the oil decided to come out. And I have a feeling on the reason why the oil came out was because my sprocket was fairly loose. Like, it was already like almost all the way to the end. And the only thing that was holding it in was the sprocket guard. So I believe this seal right here, you can pull it out. I can't really pull it out right now, but this seal right here, I'm guessing maybe like it came out too much and it ended up shooting out all the oil, and that's why all the oil was like along here. It wasn't really toward the bottom of the engine. I mean, it leaked to the bottom of the engine, but it didn't really come from the bottom of the engine. So I'm pretty positive that all the oil just shot out from this seal right here. So now I have a feeling that maybe what causes the bike to not want to start, well, it does start but not stay on, I'm gonna check the valve clearances, and if it's not that, then I'll take off the whole head and maybe just see if it was starved with oil. that it didn't get enough oil and it just like burned out or something. So I'll probably check that out. But that's what I'm thinking it is. And man, dude, all these spiders keep putting webs all over my damn bike. I'm always constantly having to. And now I got ants on my bike too. Yeah, but I need to close that engine up already because I don't want no foreign materials or any damn animals inside my stuff. Okay, but let's go for a ride on the Grom, guys. Put my pegs in. Yeah, but I ended up buying my Grom because I got it at a fairly good price, and I'll tell you about it once we start riding. Let me just get this out of the way. It's pretty cool because the Grom's really small. My kickstand up. Yeah. Alright, let's go for a ride. Alright guys, so let's talk about the Grom for now. It's a 2015 Honda Grom. I got it for fairly cheap. The guy had it all modded out. Like he had a Yoshimura exhaust. I believe that's how you say it. And then he also had the Finbro ECU. And what else did he have? Yeah, the Finbro ECU. Oh yeah, and then the bigger fuel injector for the, you know, to accommodate for the more air inside the engine because of the exhaust. And then he also had an airbox mod. So he let me ride it like fully modded to see if I'd want it fully modded. But to be honest, like I didn't like the way it felt fully modded with the exhaust and the bigger fuel injector and the Finbro ECU. And then I guess it was because of that problem with the Finbro ECU, that how it has that cold start problem. So I guess that's one big reason I really didn't like it. But honestly, the bike feels a lot more how would you say it, like responsive. It feels a lot more responsive stock than it did with the Finbro ECU. So I like the bike stock, to be honest. I think the only thing I might do is maybe put a crash cage on it in case I want to try wheelies on it, and a bigger back sprocket. But that's pretty much it. Or maybe just a two smaller in the front. But so far I like this bike. It's really cool. It's a really fun bike. I got it just to go around town and stuff like that. I ain't trying to go on the highway with it. And then it's really good on gas. Like I was riding it all day yesterday and my freaking bike is still on full. It hasn't even gone down one bar, surprisingly. So I was like, wow, that's really good. So that's really nice. It's really great on gas. And if y'all want another vlog on the FZ07, just let me know. My brother doesn't mind me driving it around and stuff like that. It's a really cool bike. Yesterday we all went out to eat because all our birthdays are in July. Like all my brothers and sisters, the majority of us, except for my older brother John, is in August, but it's in August 4th, so it's pretty close to July too. But yesterday we went out to eat Chinese food, so we all had a get together. You know, me and my brother were riding our bikes and stuff, and taking my older sister riding around and stuff like that. It was pretty cool. It was a nice experience. But yesterday I got to do rolling burnouts on his bike. It was pretty sick. I like the FZ07 because of the torquiness of it. It's a really great bike. And I also love the frame of the FZ07. I like the frame because of, it kind of reminds me of a Ducati frame, how they have the pipes and, you know, like all the triangles and stuff like that. I feel like those frames are a lot sturdier than a normal motorcycle frame, like a diamond frame or something like that. But I do like the FZ07. The FZ07 is a really cool bike. It's really comfortable. I like the seat. I love the seat. I'm gonna turn around. Yeah, but other than that, back to the Grom. The Grom has Michelin tires on it right now, which are really cool. You know, those are good tires. But I've heard that Michelin tires are fairly soft, but I know they do last for a while, but I heard they're fairly soft compared to other tires. On my other bikes, I've actually been running what do you call it, Kenda tires. I like those because they're fairly cheap, and I believe they're like a lot harder plies than these other tires. I don't know, I like Kenda tires. They're really good and they last a long time, and for the price you can't beat them, to be honest. I ran them on my FZ6 when I had my FZ6, and then I ran them on my CBR, my F3, and I liked it on that bike. And then also on my KLX, I don't know if I said that too, but I ran Kenda tires on my KLX. That's what I have on there right now. I believe one tire is actually Kenda. I don't know exactly what the other tire is, to be honest. See if I can go back here real quick. Let's go off-roading with the Grom. I really want to jump something with this bike. I know the grass is kind of grown out here, but I know my friends have been riding back here, so hopefully they made a path by now. You can really feel the bumps with this Grom compared to the KLX. I mean the KLX is a dual sport bike, but yeah, you can feel the bumps on this Grom. Yeah. And this bike is so cool. Oh, and I also like that the Grom has a fuel gauge. I thought that was pretty sick, because you have all these expensive bikes, you know, the CBR 1000s and all these other expensive bikes, and they don't even have a freaking fuel gauge. Like, you're spending all this damn money and you can't give us a fuel gauge, you know what I mean? Like what the hell? I don't want to have to be like, I mean, I guess the tripometer is kind of, you know, the same thing, but it'd be nice to have a fuel gauge, you know. If you have a really fancy bike, a fuel gauge would be a nice addition. But I like that about the Honda Grom. And then I was also looking up the oil changes in the Honda Grom, you know, just to see if there's anything different that I gotta know. And one thing I didn't know is that it has a thing called an oil spinner, which is new to me. They say it's a fairly old kind of mechanical device, but I didn't know about it. I never heard about it. I've never had a bike that had that type of style of oil change, so that's new to me. I mean, it's cool that, I mean, the bike doesn't take that much oil anyways. It only takes a quart of oil, so I mean, that's only like $8 if you get some nice oil, like semi-synthetic or something like that. And in my bikes, I like to use Lucas oil. I like to use Lucas 10W40 semi-synthetic oil. I've always liked that oil on my bikes, but that's what I use, so that's most likely what I'm going to use in this bike, semi-synthetic. But with this bike, it does have the oil spinner, and you have to take apart the engine, well, one of the cases where I believe it's the clutch line is. So you have to take apart that side and clean out the oil spinner, and then, you know, after that you have to clean out the little screen that it has in the bottom. So I mean, that's a lot more work than, you know, compared to the traditional motors, where literally all you gotta do is like change the oil and, you know, take out the drain plug, change the oil, and then put a new spinning oil filter on. But I mean, it's no problem. It's most likely gonna come out to around the same price, because I mean, it's like $10 for an oil filter, like one of the spinning ones. And then I'm used to, you know, having to have 3 to 4 quarts of oil in my bikes. I know my F3 takes like almost, I think it does take 4 quarts. It takes a lot of freaking oil. So I mean, cost wise, it ain't really too bad. I mean, I already know I'm gonna like this bike. This bike's really freaking awesome. So I mean, I'm not too worried about it, but it just sucks that you have to take your engine cover off just to, you know, do a full oil change and maintenance and stuff like that. That just kind of blows. Let's go over here, guys. Yeah, but the guy did take off the majority of the mods on here. I mean, I guess the real performance mod, you know, like the exhaust and stuff like that, and the aftermarket ECU, he took that all off. But the things he did leave on, you know, I'm just gonna like get off the bike just so I can show you what I'm talking about. Let me like get off this. I don't know if someone owns this right here. Let me just get off this property. Let me go over here. Yeah, this is like an alley or some shit. Okay, we'll go right here. We'll go where this fence is, because I don't know, I don't want these people thinking that I'm like looking at their cars or something like that. Okay, let's just go down here. Okay, I'll get off right here. Okay, let's turn the bike off. Alright guys, so now I told you the mods that I had. He put the Michelin tires on. He wanted to take them off to put on the, I guess, the stock tires that only had like 5,000 miles on them. He wanted to put those back on, but he's like, nah, I don't have enough time. So he ended up just giving me the Michelin tires that he had just bought, which is really nice of him. It's really cool. So it has Michelin tires. It also has these aftermarket mirrors, and these mirrors have turning signals built into them, which I wasn't even aware of until me and my brother were looking at the turning signals, because my turning signals actually don't work. Like, you can turn on the left turning signal, and I don't know if you can see it, but it just stays on. It doesn't even blink, so I'm gonna have to figure that out. It's probably a relay or something like that, but it doesn't blink. So I was like, damn. So I'll figure that out later, and I ain't too worried about it. I can always use hand signals. And another thing he changed out were these bar ends. He changed those out. I don't know if these are the stock grips. I'm assuming not, to be honest. And he did leave on the tail, the fender eliminator kit. And here's, actually, no, I don't know if he did or not. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know what a Grom looks like stock, to be honest. But I don't know if this is the normal tail to it or not. But here's where the license plate mounts right here. I don't know if he made them or something. Just got two pieces of metal and like bent them down or whatever. But it has an LED light right here in the back, and then it's a stock muffler. I believe everything else is stock other than the headlight too. The headlight is a LED light, which is really bright at night, and it's really cool. I like the yellow. I don't think I changed the yellow color. I like the way the bike looks. It pops out. So, I mean, other than that, the bike's really cool. I like it. Alright, well, let's get back on the bike and ride a little bit more. Oh look, one of my fuel bars went down. Finally. Yeah, I want to see how much it costs to fill this bike up. I haven't looked up how big the gas tank is, but I wanna look it up and see how much it is. Oh no, what the hell? The fuel bar went down and it went back up to full again. That was weird. But yeah, I want to see how much this bike costs to fill it up. Probably make a video about that too. Oh, that was so cool. I'm gonna go back and do that again and go a little bit faster. Okay guys, the way this road is, it has like, I don't know the way the road was built, but it has a thing. You see this right here? I don't know if you can see it, but it goes down and then it goes up again. So it kind of goes like this. It goes down and then it goes on a bump, and then after you go on the bump, it goes back up. So if you go fast enough, it'll shoot you up. So I'm gonna try to go fast right here, see if we can get a little bit of air. Ah, come on, car. I want to go fast. You over here. Alright, I'm just gonna go fast. Ready, guys? Yeah! That was cool. I should do like a side view or something like that so you can see the little air I got. Probably like 3 inches or something like that. Anyways, it's still pretty cool. I like it. Alright, guys. Well, I'm gonna let you go. I'll probably do another vlog later on maybe after I get to work tomorrow. I still need to go register this bike, so I shouldn't be riding down the street. That's why I kind of went off-road. So yeah, tomorrow I'm gonna get this bike registered so we can go all around town, maybe jump the train tracks. It should be really cool. But I'll see y'all guys later. Thank you for watching my vlogs. I really do appreciate it. And comment, guys, if you have anything to say. I enjoy talking to y'all. On my recent video, I had someone comment talking to me about my KLX, and that was really cool. You know, it's good to talk to people, get their 2 cents about stuff. But I'll see y'all later, guys. Y'all have a good day. Bye.